Hank, do you care whether you live or die?
Yeah! What's up, what's up, what's up? You know, it's your boy Troy, or Q, and we back to 30 minutes of my 30s, man. That was my fault on the delay on putting the episodes out. I did like 2 vacations back to back. We
Big spender.
No, ain't no big spender. We just worked hard this year. We went to the DR. We went to DR. I like
You
that.
got money.
No. You know, so you can see who I got with me today. I got Passhun, the mom boss, the mom plug.
I like that.
You like the mom
Yeah,
boss?
I like
that?
that.
Yes.
I can rock with that.
This lady knows a lot. This frame right here.
Right?
Yes, knows a lot. Is a firecracker.
Yeah.
A firecracker.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, because I don't want you to describe
You did it
yourself.
for me. My name is Passhun, better known as the mom plug. It's better to ask me what don't I do than what do I do. That's you get a shorter answer. But I mean, I'm vibing. We vibing. So.
Yes. No, like seriously, this lady's like, yo, you know how many times like
I've been through a lot,
yo,
so.
motherfuckers would ask me about like marketing in public. Mm-hmm. Anytime a woman asks me something about business, I always send them your page.
Really?
Like no lie. Bro.
I appreciate that.
I'll be like, hey, this is who you need to follow. You know what I'm saying? And speak to. Like, and I'm like, but make sure like watch what she does. Like I'm like, watch her stories.
So it's you telling everybody to watch me.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. I'm like, watch her stories,
Okay.
yo. I'm saying, yo, watch how she like move around. Watch what she posts, because you're gonna give. So I know I spoke to you about where I said I found your profile.
Yes, 3 weeks away. Please
Okay.
tell me.
So I downloaded this app called Collaborate.
Collaborate with
Yes.
the 8.
Yes.
Yes.
Collaborate.
Okay.
Shout out to Collaborate.
Yep.
Yes. So I downloaded this, and I remember you popped up, and I went to your
I popped
page.
up on that app?
Yes. Like
Really?
that. Yes. You was on there.
That sounds like a feature. It sounds like some money I missed out on.
Word. I went to your page, and I remember the video you had, and it's crazy because I was going through something with that. The video you had, you spoke about why do we always only try to get back on intimate relationships? Why don't we get back on friendships?
Yeah.
And no lie, I said, yo, I watched that video a couple times. I said, yo, this chick's spit.
I always felt like really weird because sometimes it just depends on what I'm going through at the time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I hear love songs and I could better relate to it in a friend type of setting than I could in my intimate relationship. You know, especially like if me and my friend, right now I don't have no friend. To be completely honest with you, I don't have any friends. But like previously, like, you know, it just be differences of opinions, misunderstanding, things like that. And it causes like so much weird, like this weird space.
Yeah.
And for me, like when anything gets to that weird space, it's just like either I'm gonna tap out or it's gonna correct itself. Because just given where I've already been through, I've learned to literally choose your battles means something totally different to me now than it did when I was 18 to 25.
What's a battle you took on that you was like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have took on? Or what's a battle that you wish you would have took on?
A battle I wish I would have took on?
Yeah, something that you let go, but you like, damn, maybe I should have fought for that.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
There's not really much that I don't take on, to be honest with you. If I'm able to do it, if I can find and research, then I'm gonna take it on.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it on for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, on your bio, I like your bio. Your bio
I just changed
says,
it too.
You did?
I did.
Damn, I gotta go check it out. Your bio says mom to 3 and homegirl to thousands.
That's accurate.
And I really liked, I like the homegirl term.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody needs a homegirl.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be anybody's friend. That's a common misconception on social media that, you know, these people are, you know, we want to be your friend or we want to be like family. No, I don't. I don't. I'm here for a specific purpose. And for my audience is to not remind them of what's going on in their day-to-day life. You know, so when I first popped off the mom plug, it was like, oh, you're a mom. What are you doing? And I'm like, not baking cookies.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's just not me. I don't want to come and remind my viewers or my supporters about anything that's not them, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at.
I like that because I like that you don't try to persuade people to be like you.
I used to.
Okay.
I definitely used to.
And what made you change that? Because I don't see that down in your post.
Growth made me change that. It was just getting to a point to understanding that everybody has different opinions and everybody has different perspectives. And that's, I say that all the time. I love hearing people's perspectives because mine is always different. So it took a while for me to get to that point to where I could appreciate different perspectives, but definitely, yeah, that was growth.
Yeah, that's cool because I know in your engagement group,
Yeah,
your women empowerment group, and I was great. I was the only guy in that group too.
you was.
Yeah, I was. I was the only guy.
You was.
I was noticing that, like I said, you really wasn't telling people like, hey, be like me, be like the mom plug. You was letting people be their own. You was just giving us the blueprint.
Yeah.
And y'all, when I mean the blueprint, yo, I'm telling you, yo, the blueprint. Like, I don't big up. You can ask Ari. Ask my sister. I don't big up a lot of people ebooks.
Really?
I don't. Nah, because I feel as though everybody not gonna say everybody. Most of the people that use ebooks, they're trying to use that to overcompensate what they're missing out on their real, genre of work. But your group, I can say, yo, it worked. Your group, it worked. Like you didn't because you didn't give us a book and say, hey, do this, do that. You
see,
showed us.
For me, like, I'm a year and a half behind on my ebook. And that's literally because it never changes. Like, I'm forever a student of my craft. Like, yes, I'm a sales expert, I'm a marketing expert, but I'm still a student. I still take classes, I still take courses, I still do things to enrich what I already have. And sometimes I stop doing things that I used to do for other options, and that's why it's so hard for me to put out an ebook. It's hard to put out an ebook on something that's constantly changing, so it's just like, I'm gonna drop this ebook on you today, and it's gonna be fire right now. But y'all know Instagram, y'all know TikTok, and all these social media is constantly evolving, constantly changing. So for me, it's just like, how can I put out an ebook and expect people to really buy into this when really that could be old news?
Yo, y'all all heard that, right? Y'all,
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna hear that shit from somebody else.
Yeah.
Like,
you know
that's
what's money
trying to
I could
sell
have made
the
off an ebook by
Yo,
now?
seriously, you're not gonna hear that. Yo, you're gonna tell people, oh, buy my ebook. And like she said, like, we don't even think like the algorithm changed all
Constantly.
the time. You're like, damn, nigga, I thought this was supposed to work.
Yeah.
And shit. So I'm glad you really said that because that kind of like, it kind of like sold me into you. You know what I'm saying? Your brain or whatever. Because a lot of people wanting to admit that like it constantly changes. So it's like, I could teach you this today and it'll be gone
Tomorrow.
So before you became the mom plug, the mom boss, you said you was in marketing.
I was in sales.
In sales, yes.
Yep, I really didn't touch marketing heavily until I had my own brand. Then it was just like, for me, it was a finance thing. Like, I could find somebody and pay them to do this for me, but because I have such grave experience working in corporate, I understand that, and this is another issue that a lot of small business owners, this huge mistake. Hiring people and not knowing what they're supposed to be doing, just knowing what is supposed to be done at the end of it. Like, for me, I didn't know much about how should I market what I'm trying to do because not many people are doing what I'm doing. Having an uncensored women's brand, that's not typical, Yes. I was able to find 2 other pages on Instagram doing the exact thing that I'm doing. So for me, I was in sales before I got into the mom plug. So I was a salesperson.
What made you get into the mom plug? What made, first of all, how you get the name? Because that's a dope name.
Oh my God. Shout out to Fenella Like Whoa. We haven't spoken in years, but at the time, 2020, I had, COVID hit 2020. I was supposed to be going flying for Delta, did the whole 6-week training thing, bust my ass, I'm like a 4'11" person.
Tell people about that training too.
Oh, the training is terrible.
You said it's rigorous.
It's very, the main thing, anytime I talk about my Delta training, I just think of pool day. Because pool day was like, that was the day. I remember calling my wife like, I'm about to die or I'm about to quit. Like one or the other. Pool day, like you spend hours in the pool, 10 feet. I don't like swimming. I don't like large bodies of water, all of that. Like I could be cute in it, but I'm not trying to be in it. But yeah, we had to jump in, rescue people, lap them around the pool. And a lot of times the dummies was 4 or 5 times my not my size, but you know, my mass too.
Yeah.
So I'm ooh. But you know, like I said, anything I take on, I try to see it all the way through. So
Yeah, I tried. She's a firecracker.
yeah,
Long
definitely.
Island.
Long Island, Strong
yes.
Island.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's actually my favorite drink too. Long Island.
That's crazy because I don't like Long Island.
You know. I don't think I could drink them now, but that was like all I needed was 2, and I was done.
Oh,
It,
okay.
was, it was over because it's a whole bunch of liquors in one.
Yeah, it is.
So, yes,
That's
all-
probably why it's not for me.
Yeah, yo, and it's made with vodka. Now I can't do vodka.
Oh no, vodka. I learned about vodka when I was 19.
Yes, I
I
can't.
ain't had vodka since.
Yes, I can't do vodka. Vodka is I can't. I
Some
can't. do
motherfucker
vodka.
there.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. So okay, so you got the name from.
I'm sorry. So yes,
Nah, we get like that. We get like that.
Vanilla Like Whoa. At the time, I was working. My brand manager. I was working with Vanilla Like Whoa, and we was having a call. And what was my original? I can't even think. My original business name was Mom's Can Too, because for me, when I'm out and I'm not with my children and I'm just a 31-year-old woman having a good time, like I can't even pick up a joint to smoke, and people be like, "Aren't you a mom?" Like, what you mean? Yeah, this is more the reason why I need this right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
But you know, and even the same thing with drinking. But just take it away from recreational activities. My professional work, like my professional background, people constantly ask me like, "How do you do this? How do you do this with kids?" I was a location manager at Hertz, and we would work. That's actually how me and my wife met. We would work sometimes 13, 14-hour shifts. You know, we were responsible for all the cars on the lot, all the employees on the lot, the sales, the counter sales, the gold member sales, the vehicle flipping, like every part of the operation. As a location manager, you're responsible for it.
Okay.
So there was, I would say, about a good 2 years that the only time I saw my kids was on weekends.
Whew, that's.
So, yeah, I had to go through that, but I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I made all my weekends count.
You got to.
Made all my
Because
weekends count.
They gonna remember that.
Yeah, for sure. So
You
I
got
was
to.
at Hertz and left Hertz for a many of reasons. Did you see Kelly Price's video yesterday?
No, I ain't seen-
She was at Hertz. She went live because she was at Hertz, and the guy was being like super racist. Didn't want to give her a car. Called the cops on her and everything.
Oh, Kelly Price.
On Kelly Price.
Damn, he don't know who the fuck she is, huh?
Crazy.
Yes.
But yeah, so I was at Hertz. I left Hertz, went to the massage world, dabbled in that. I actually worked for Massage Heights and Massage Envy as their business manager. And for me, once I get bored at a job, like I said, I'm a sales expert. So once I learn the business's processes, once I, wiggle my way into the hearts of the employees, I'm a people person. So I try to pay attention to everybody so I can fit them and match them. I was able to hit my quotas and stay on top of quotas, being the #1 clinic week after week, month after month, and it got boring.
Boring?
It got boring. Like, I remember being at Massage Envy after I left Heights, and I would call my wife like, there's nothing for me to do here. Like, I literally have this whole ship on autopilot. Like, I would literally, my bosses at the time was like, you're not doing enough time in clinic, but how my numbers?
Yes.
How my numbers though?
Men lie, women lie,
How my
numbers
numbers?
don't.
Yeah, so it's like, how my numbers? Like, and for me, it was a waste of my time. It was a total waste of my time.
Alright, so when'd you meet Katie?
I met Katie when I was at Hertz.
Hertz, okay, what year was
Yeah.
that?
That was, we first met in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell that story you told me. I like that story.
Which story?
When you said Katie came over, the kids liked her and all that.
She gotta tell that story because I don't like telling that story.
Okay.
She literally, and still to this day, I think my kids like her better.
Alright.
I think
You want to get these drinks in. Yo. Ooh, these nice. Oh, shout out to the camera too, girl.
Yes.
Ooh, that's good, huh? Yo, come on camera. I ain't trying to, like, we don't do no
Thank you, Mama.
sexualization of women here. But this is our baddie bartender for today.
Yes.
This is Miss Jada and everything.
Hello,
Alright?
hello,
This is
everyone.
Miss Jada, yes. She made this drink. Can you tell us what's in it? This look nice. This look
Gorgeous.
good. Yeah, this
You
does
gotta
like.
catch the layer effect.
Yes,
Because
yes. Alright, so tell us what's in this.
So for this drink, it's actually a twist on a tequila sunrise. We decided to use
True.
cognac for it. And what I love about the tequila sunrise is, like you guys said, it catches the eye. There's vibrant colors, and I decided to garnish it with a lime.
Okay.
it tastes amazing.
Yes, it does. It does. It does.
Like, I almost can't taste tequila. This is dangerous.
Yes. All right, go ahead. Have a seat. Come talk with us. Chop it up with us. All right. All right, so
But yeah, I think my kids still like my wife better than me.
for real.
Yeah.
All right, who's the cool mom and who's the don't play with her mom? Which one?
Both, actually. It just depends on
Okay.
depends on the day, the weather, the time. I mean, it's a bunch of different variables. But we both are the cool mom, and they know who to go to. They know how to read us to know who
They
to
know how
ask.
to manipulate.
They be like, nah, I'm going to this person.
So tell me, because I feel as though this is like, how did you introduce your kids to like having another one?
Oh, that was easy.
Okay.
Their father was supposed to keep them one Saturday for me while I had to report to work, and that didn't work out. So I was in a group. No, I think we was in a group text. Where's she at? Katie, where you at? She gone? She was in a group text, and I was like, I don't have nobody to watch my kids. Y'all gonna have to hold it down. I'll pop in whenever I can. Because as managers at Hertz, we all work together. We cool, still to this day. But she was like, I'm off today. I'll come sit with her. And I was like, okay. Completely oblivious. We wasn't talking at the time. We was just cool coworkers. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I was
So they met
completely.
you as mom's friend, and
They
not
met her
mom's
as my friend. Yeah.
Okay,
So
that
I was.
Okay.
She knew what she was doing.
That was smooth, Katie.
Yeah.
She knew what she was
Yeah.
doing, but I was completely oblivious to
That,
like what was going on.
that was real smooth.
So,
She-
like,
You know,
listen.
she waited.
So like we were, I'm at work FaceTiming them, and she made herself at home in my space. They cooking pancakes
'Cause she
and
said this gonna be my home.
eggs and
yeah.
Yeah.
cooking pancakes and eggs and doing all types of stuff. And I remember I called once and nobody answered. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? And she texted me. She was like, yo, we good. Like, stop calling. Stop calling. Yeah. Like she ended up bringing the kids to the job for me and everything because I had somewhere else to go. Like, I was like,
I used to have to tell my baby mom too. She would call, and I'm the dad.
Yeah.
Yo, stop calling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a parent. Okay, stop
Yeah.
calling. You don't have to call.
she did that to me.
Yes, he's cool, and I understand sometimes the anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, of moms and whatnot. But I was telling baby mom like, I'm his dad.
Chill out.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
telling me the same thing, like, you gotta chill out. And even after that day, like, not even a week later, my kids would be like, where's Katie?
Oh.
Do you still work with Katie? I'm like, who? How do you know? Oh, yeah. They were like, we wanna see her. Can we
Okay.
call her? So they started calling her on
Oh,
FaceTime.
I like
She would
that.
talk to them for a few minutes and they'd be like, okay, I gotta go. But she never complained when they called. Like, my kids get attached because when I say we, I mean me and my children, we've never had like a solid family for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, all we had is us. So when somebody good come around, they get attached, which is why I try to keep my kids away from people until
Yeah.
I know for sure
Good people.
that you're good people.
And-
Because even if I'm done with you, if my kid's not done with you, I can't be done with you. So, like I was telling the photographer earlier, like I haven't spoken to my father in almost 3 years, but my kids, they be at his house at least once a month. You know?
That's good. You know, that's good that he still allows to want to be fan. I'm big on fan.
Yeah.
There's 6 of us. This is my y'all don't know. My baddie bartender is actually my baby
The
sister.
baddie
4 and
sister.
5.
Yeah.
Number 4 and 5 out of 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah. My 4?
6. How was that? I was just looking for you. I was telling him how you was how you kept the
A
kids.
smooth operator.
And you.
Yes.
Yeah,
smooth
let's make sure girls is straight.
Yeah. The 6 of us, it was cool. We go up. So we go up close. We kind of grew up in sets.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's my 2 older sisters.
They were
grew
born
up-
close together.
Yeah, close together. Me and my brother actually birthdays a day apart, but 3 years apart.
Oh wow. Okay.
We was kind of close together until he became a teenager, and then he ain't want nothing to do with
Yeah,
me.
you
So
old.
then me
Same thing with
and
me.
Yeah.
Jada became close. Me and Jada went to school, and I used to have to take us back from school to home every day.
Okay.
Yeah. I was catching a bus at 11 years old, going back home
Wow.
from school and everything.
Wow.
So this is what we used to do, right? So back in the day, we went to Catholic school. We grew up in Catholic school. So my mom, we'd have to bring lunch. So they would only buy us like a sandwich, a Capri Sun, and like a fruit cup, a snack.
A 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we went to the school called St. Thomas, right? Same time it was predominantly white. Right? Out of like K to 8, it was like, yeah, I'm finally telling this story. From K to 8, it was about like 5 or 6 black kids, us included. These white kids would come to school with big grapes. You get what I'm saying? They got big snacks. You know you got the regular Dougies, then you got the big Dougies, the big brownies, the one with the sprinkles.
The XL.
Yeah.
I'm working with UK, so give me a second.
Okay, it's cool. So we would go there. So they wouldn't even eat their snacks, bro. Like they would literally like leave their snacks like. Yeah. So what I used to do on recess, I used to go back. I had to use the bathroom and steal from their bags, and then take it down to second grade. Jay was in second, and I was like, yo, what you want? Yeah. I'm like, yo, what you want?
But did you let her get the best though?
Oh, that's my nigga.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's my dog.
Always.
Good.
Yeah, always.
I'm
Always
getting
go.
good shit. He gonna take whatever I don't want.
Yeah.
He greedy. He greedy.
Yeah, I'll eat whatever.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest of all of my siblings. Although we're scattered everywhere, I'm the oldest, so I really wish I would have had a bigger.
So how's that responsibility? Is it nervous? Because sometimes we thinking my older sister Nicole, is it nervous being the oldest, being the one we looking at?
No.
You know?
For me, I mean, maybe it's different for me because I'm not close to my siblings. My twin brothers and I spent a year together, and I moved to Georgia. They stayed in New York, and then my birth mom, she had 2 girls like maybe 15 years after me. They lived with us before. Whew, a story.
Okay.
But
Twice.
they lived with us twice. So yeah, maybe it's different for me because I was never really close to my family, but I did grow up. My aunt, however, had 9 kids, back to back, like bop, bop, bop. Yeah, back to back. She had 9 kids, and I mean like not even a year apart.
Oh.
Some of them,
Okay.
not
They
even a
on
year
top of each
apart.
other.
Yeah.
So I was her 10th kid a
Literally.
lot.
Okay.
I was her 10th kid. Like I was always at my aunt's house, big old house, it's always something going on. You get pissed off at one person, you got
Go
like
to the
8
other.
more,
Yes.
8 more to go through, right? So I mean, I always witnessed that type of bond, and kind of like, still to this day, it's just like, damn, it'd be dope if I had somebody to just be like, damn, I'm gonna call this person and see if I'm tripping or not. You that person for me, so I'd be like, I'm gonna call him and see if I'm tripping or not.
Yo, look,
So
how many times I call my sisters a day already?
Man.
Just so pointless though.
Yo,
I feel like I be doing
It's
the
the
same
point.
thing.
His phone rings. Or be like, it ain't nobody but your mom and your sister.
seriously,
Nobody else?
when that phone ring, ain't none but my girls,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Giving me the tea.
Yes,
Yeah.
the tea, for sure, the tea.
So let's talk about collabs and brands. Let's talk about how do you introduce yourself to a brand? You know.
I can honestly say, out of all of the brand collaborations I've had, I've never introduced myself.
Okay.
They've introduced themselves to me.
So
Okay.
I actually teach and coach on how to position yourself to be in the eyes of brands.
Okay.
So that you don't have to go through that whole, I like to call it the UGC pitch, which is the user generated content pitch, which is like, hey, I'm a big supporter, fan of your product. I've been using it for 12 years. I make content. Here's my content. And guess what? When you do something like that, you're missing out on all the respect and all the money.
Say that again, please.
All the respect and all the money.
Kissing
You feel
ass.
me?
You lose leverage that way?
You lose.
Yeah.
You have no leverage at that point
Okay.
because it's like, oh, you want to give us content and you want us to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not asking us to pay you for it.
Okay.
You just want to. That's why I say I don't work with people that want to be seen. I don't have time for that. Like,
Y'all got your pens and pads? Keep going.
I don't work with people that want to be seen because, like, I can get you seen in a day, and you've seen me.
Yeah.
You see me do that for people. If we don't have a purpose in what we're doing, if we don't have a real money mission, and sometimes the mission don't always have to be money. If it ain't money, it has to be purpose.
Okay.
And if it ain't one of them two, then what are we doing it for?
Yes.
So, yeah, I never introduced myself to a brand.
Okay, I like that. I like that. That was arrogant and cocky, but that's a good. I like it though. You have to be.
I can deliver that because
You talk that shit because you got it. You back it up.
it's not just because I back it up, but because I already have a track record.
Mm-hmm.
So you coming to me because you already know what I'm gonna put down.
Okay.
Come correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Come
You're not gonna go to Target with $10 in your hand.
You
gonna
feel
go
me?
to Walmart.
You feel me?
You know?
Or the dollar store,
You know?
something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not gonna go to Fitz Plaza if you want a budget. You feel me?
Yo,
feel that.
I like when people talk that shit who have a track record.
Yeah.
It's like so.
I put in a lot of time, and like I mentioned earlier, like I missed out on a lot of pivotal time with my girls. I sacrificed that, you know, consciously because I knew where I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I had a really tough, like my 20s was shit. I don't even know how I'm alive right now, for real. My 20s was fucking crazy.
All right,
So that took my whole thought. Like,
give me a crazy time in your 20s. Give me something.
pregnant, 8 months pregnant, have a 10-month-old, and homeless. Crazy.
That is.
Homeless in Atlanta, homeless in New York, and I ended up in Virginia somehow. Homeless. Lying to get into a domestic violence shelter so I can have somewhere warm to sleep. Yeah.
You made it out.
That shit scared the fuck out of me. Like, first of all, don't lie to get into a domestic violence shelter because that shit's serious. Like, you have women in there that really went through that shit. You go in there, they take your phone because they're under the impression that someone's coming after you, you know? So they take your phone and it's like they pretty much wiping you off the planet of the earth.
Hiding.
And hiding, yeah. I lasted 3 days and I was like, I felt human, but I felt like I had no identity. I was just like, I lied. I'm not getting beat. I'm just homeless. I'm from Atlanta. And I didn't want y'all to call and take my kids out here in Virginia. I kept going into preterm labor when I was in Virginia. Just stress, you know? And I remember being in Virginia Hospital in Newport News, Virginia. And it was like, you're about to have your baby, but your actual child cannot be here. So we have to give her to the police and they're gonna home her until, you know, you and the new baby are good and sheltered. But me being who I am, I was like, these people are gonna take my daughter, and because I'm homeless, I'm gonna have to go through so much to get her back. So I remember like when the nurses and the doctors like left the room, I left. I put my clothes back on and I left. Preterm labor still dilating and everything. I left. And got my ass on the mega bus and came back to Atlanta and had my baby the next day.
Whew.
Yep.
It's
real tough.
Yeah, that hurts to hear.
It's real tough. And it's to be real with you, like, I tell people all the time, like, people complain about, like, oh, life is hard. Like, I've gotten to a point to where I can look in the mirror and be like, bitch, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying life is not hard for a lot of us. It's hard for most of us, but we also have to take into consideration what do we do to get us to where the fuck we are. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my decision making was poor. You know, just trying to be with the wrong nigga for too long, giving up too much to the wrong nigga. You know, it's poor decision making. And I saw how poor it truly was, no pun intended, but to be real, like, I saw how poor it truly was. So I was just like, damn, like, that's when my life changed.
It changed for the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I came back to Atlanta, I had my daughter, started working from home. I leveraged working from home. I was like, oh, this working from home shit is cool. So I went from just being a regular old, you know, customer service, work at home agent to being a team lead. Then I went from being team lead to going to Amazon as a manager, when Amazon first launched work from home for their customer service in 2014, 2013, something around there. I was one of their first managers. And then they started rolling out Amazon Fresh and Amazon Business, and, you know, they were redoing Prime, and I made sure I did what I had to do, and I worked from home all the way until my kids were school age.
Okay.
And then I got bored being at home. And I said, well, they in school now. And at the time the guy I was with, he wasn't working. I said, they got school and you ain't working, so I'm about to go back to work.
Okay.
I'm about to go back to work. And that's what I did.
I'm gonna ask a question.
Oh, goodness.
Because I want to know what goes through a woman's mind when your boyfriend is not working and you're working. I want to know. Look at Jada face. Jada.
Well, for me,
Zoom in.
for me, I don't think you. Maybe that was your question.
Do you? Well, I just want to know what goes through. Do you boost them up? Do you move on? Like,
I'm gonna let you answer that first. I'm going right down.
you want to drink before you answer this motherfucker? Because I asked this because
from my perspective, this is what it is for me. I was with a guy that wasn't working for almost 2 years. Now So first of all, if I was the type of woman I am today, I wouldn't even have gotten into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm making almost double, triple what you making. How you gonna provide for me? Am I 2? 3? You know what I'm saying? At the time, 3. So we was together, and he did have a job, and he lost that job. Quit that job thinking that he had another job. Didn't have another job. And at first it was like, okay, cool, take a chill, get recalibrated. 2 months in, it didn't really get bad for me until I was paying for a babysitter and he was sitting on the couch with her all day. So I was like, hold on, this ain't making no sense to me.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I have lived vicariously enough through my friends to say, I'm gonna cut it off at the neck. I'm not gonna look back and be like X, Y, Z, A, B, C.
Yeah.
I have a rule for myself, right? Even if I misjudge the person, I'd rather have misjudged than judge you right, and I was right, and now I'm in a situation I regret 2 years later.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna cut it at the neck, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it at the neck every time.
What's that word you use?
Misjudge.
Vicariously.
Vicariously.
I like that. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like T.I. that word. I like that word. Like that's like. Oh.
I'm gonna live through your life experiences. So
See, and I wish, at the time, I just didn't have nobody around, you know, that had already gone through something like that. You know, when I did have that friend group, I was always the first one to experience something. You know, first one to have a baby, the first one to live with a nigga, the first one to have a real job, the first one to have a salary job, the first one to live on their own. Like, I was always the first. So I guess I was that example.
Yeah.
You know, I was the live and learn. And that's, it sucks. Like I said earlier, I just would have loved to have, I guess, that example, that warning that somebody knocked me over my head, but I didn't. And it took 5 years for me to leave.
All right, before we go, we're going to take a break. We're going to talk about black replacement. Listen, I feel bad, but our black replacement item today is going to be the laundry detergent. It's called Pure Laundry Detergent. You know, man, you ain't even got to dilute this. You can actually dilute this about 4 times. Man, it's good. It's soft on your clothes and everything. It's great smell. You know what I'm saying? Great for your skin if you got, like, bad skin. Or what's that word?
It's called True.
Oh, okay, cut that out. Let's just go on break. It's not called Pure?
No.
Damn. All right, so, today on your Instagram, you were speaking about a new client you had, corporate. I'm proud of you. You got that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Proud
you.
of y'all got that.
Thank you.
So by the way, y'all heard us earlier talking about Katie. So this is Katie, her wife.
It's my wife, Katie.
This is the smooth operator, y'all.
Yeah.
That's the one who knew what she was doing. She was like, I watched the kids. She knew what she was doing, man.
Perfect alignment.
Yes. That's Marvin Gaye in the flesh, y'all. Right. So I got the new sponsor. Tell me what's up.
Well, I just really been positioning myself to market my businesses to franchises. I have a lot of experience working with franchises. I think I've worked with one type of every franchise owner type, if that makes sense. So I've had the franchisor that wants to hire their whole family and still make $1 million. Not gonna happen. I've had the franchise owner that works too much and just oversees too much. Not a good place to be. And right now I am interested in partnering with a company that actually hired me as an influencer.
Okay.
So that was our first, I guess, meet and greet. I got an email, just random. It was like, hey, I came across your Instagram. It was a hashtag. I can't remember the hashtag at the moment, but it was a hashtag that the owner, Alex, at the time mentioned that he saw me under, and he was like, I would love for you and your family to come. He owns a body care shop. So we went. They gave us some free spending money. We enjoyed it. We took the kids. We had some drinks. It was fun. And for me, it's like a full circle moment because, a lot of influencers think that the job stops once you give the company your deliverables. And a year later, here I am now speaking to this same franchise owner about, helping him really grow his team and doing great sales and marketing with him. So I took it. It's all about the pivots, man. Like I took it from just being an influencer, getting one quick payment, one free family night out, right? It was dope.
You know.
And now I'm able to really bring that full circle. And because I did that with him, and because we have that prior experience with one another, he knew everything I was saying. It was just spot on. So.
All right, so you got.
Today was a really good day.
You got
Okay.
2 for 1. Really?
Yeah, it was totally a 2 for 1.
Two for
Yeah.
one.
And
September 14th, remember that?
yeah.
Yeah. You gonna play
Yeah,
the lotto
it's
numbers?
today.
9, 14.
I ain't gonna play those numbers.
Okay.
I ain't gonna play those numbers. I don't know about that.
So you gotta hire. So you gotta have 12 people.
Yeah.
Right? 12
Mhm.
people. So is that how is that?
That's
You
the
got-
goal. Like my goal
The
is
goal,
definitely
okay.
to hire 12 people.
So what put? Okay. So now that you have this, this
Mm-hmm.
contract, where does that put your like role at? Like, all right. Like first of all, let's talk about the mom club. Let's talk about that. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the brand.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me about that. The boutique, the clothes.
Oh,
Is this
goodness.
something you got on?
This is something from one of my new collection. It hasn't even been out yet.
Okay.
This is from my Lux line. But the boutique came about literally because everybody was just like, "What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?" And I was just like, "These people are not paying me, so how can I make this work for me?"
Yes.
And that's how I made it work for me. And it's crazy because I remember in 2020, I did an IGTV with another brand, and she asked me, you don't ever keep your items in stock. Do you ever plan to keep your stuff in stock? And I was like, I don't want no inventory. I don't want all of that. And now I'm drowning in it. Drowning in
Major
it.
side eye.
Yeah, like inventory everywhere. Kitchen, dining room, bedroom, living room. Like we have no living room right now.
That's
You
how we
know what I'm
live.
saying? We have no living room right now. Our living room is our office.
Real workaholics.
Real, true workaholics.
It's 3 desks instead of
I
a
see.
living room.
Because I be hard on. Okay, so does Katie be hard on you? Because I be hard on Ari. Like when Ari does her content or her pictures, I be on her ass. I be like, babe, this looking. And sometimes I know I'm sorry, babe, that I can take out the fun out of it sometimes. But yeah, I be like on her. She be like, you take it out the fun. You make me not want. I'm like, okay, my fault. Because I'm like, I want you to look good.
For her, well, for me, it's a different type of hard. She never give me that type of feedback because she just be like, you got that. But when I
With
come
your
to her,
6 years, anyway.
Okay, talk that shit.
but like when I come to her and I'm like, just like I do, I'm like, tell me if I'm tripping. Like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And she just don't say much because you can speak for yourself, but I believe she just really believes in my vision so much that she remains mute so that it can automatically redirect me back to my purpose. So like a lot of times I'm like, oh, this is trending right now, I should do something like this, and she'd be like, okay, yeah, if you want to. Okay. And when she responds to me that way, I can tell that she's questioning my purpose. And it becomes the line of, are you trying to be seen or are you trying to fulfill your purpose?
Okay.
So yeah, she's hard.
Absolutely.
Definitely hard. Definitely
But that's
hard.
because I feel like we're all unique. We all have something unique to give. So if I'm focused on what 1, 2, 3 has instead of actually focusing on the skill set that I have and enhancing my skill set, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm doing everybody a disservice at that point. So I'm always gonna push everybody to do what you're supposed to be doing. That's why she can tell you, like, you talk about the fun in social media. I be like, anti, like, because it become a rat race. I want to really enjoy life. Like, y'all see me last weekend, I was jumping around at the concert. Like, I like to really be present where I'm at. So I want to push everybody to do the same thing. Like, you're not supposed to do what I'm do. I'm not supposed to do what you do. You know, we all have. So let's focus with that, and let's collaborate with the people that we do are like-minded with.
Yes.
That's really the gem. Collaborate. I think a lot of people are so focused in their purpose and in their brand being the number one overall, and it's just like you're missing out on so much opportunity by not collaborating.
Oh, I hate when motherfuckers be like, let's collaborate. Don't got nothing to fucking collaborate with.
Oh my God! Do not get me started.
Yeah, I got her now. I got her
Do not
now.
get me started.
Yes, let's talk
Because
about
listen,
it. Please.
Let me tell you
Put the
something.
drink down. Let's talk about it.
I can't go a day without a collaboration offer. And then I'm like, yeah. At one point, I was like, fuck the email. What do you have? Like, just DM it to me. What ideas do you have? Oh, well, I was hoping that. See, that's where you got me fucked up. Because if you wanted a consultation, you should have just booked a consultation. But that's another reason why I don't do lives. That's another reason why I don't do fucking, how many lives have I avoided in the past 2 years? I would, if you add them up, probably 100. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm busy. And it just becomes a point of like, you want to do a live, but what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, we get on live and you be looking at me to do all the talking. That's not an interview. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have, I just feel like there's a lot of business owners, and I know I might get dragged for this. I feel like you already see where I'm headed.
I was explaining this to someone, but I'm gonna let you finish. I was just recently explaining.
I feel like it's a lot of business owners that should not be business owners. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and she, like, we talk about this all the time. Like, there's people in business that don't know how to properly practice business, and guess what? That's okay. It's okay if you don't know how to manage a business. That's why you hire a business manager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people wanna
delegate.
They don't really want to delegate because in order to delegate, and I say this from coming from corporate, in order to delegate, you have to understand the full totality of what the process is and what should actually be done. So it's not that they want to delegate, they just want to get to the top without doing shit. They lazy.
Yeah.
But you're not an entrepreneur.
You're not.
That's the point.
You're not pursuing anything.
I'm tired of that being the statement for black business.
My fault. Before we go, I'm gonna talk about that too. Hold on. Before we go, y'all, this is our food of the day.
It was good for.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's a salad. We have what we got here, babe? Spinach, romaine lettuce, broccoli, apples, chicken, and I like to use
a little bit of heaven in there, you know.
Yeah. Like to use Caesar salad. So
shots out.
I'm gonna put the ingredients down on the bottom so you can read the description. But okay, let's talk about that when you was like black business, about people. I feel as though people ran with the hashtag of black owned, and I fucking hate it. When my friends sometimes would post my shit and they'll put black owned, I'm like, no, don't post that shit. You know why? Because people use that black owned hashtag and ran with that motherfucker like I was supposed to buy from you just because you black owned.
I mean, it's not just a hashtag though. People use black period. What's that hair company that we were talking about that sold to a white man?
Oh, Cantu.
Yeah.
Cantu.
Yeah.
Like, they use the whole, you know, black thing to become a $1 billion company. Black people bought so much Cantu. They became a $1 billion company their first year. And then they sold it to the white folks.
Absolutely.
Just like I don't think what Versus did. I don't feel as though motherfucking.
But guess what?
What's the other company that was in
Versus?
Target? She got like the woman's wash.
Oh, not Honey Pot.
Honey Pot.
Yes.
Honey Pot sold?
Yes, Honey Pot sold. To what? You about to make me walk out of
But
here.
guess what though?
You about to make me walk out of here.
White people do it all the time. So all I want black people to do is just be honest about the transaction. That'd be my only thing with celebrities.
Nope.
Y'all talk about business, all this money you got, but you don't talk about the hands and the other persons of color that you have had to do business with. It's not all black business. And guess what? In a lot of these black businesses, it's not all black staff. So like, what are we defining the black business as? How about we define our community first? Then we get to define what the black business is.
Or how about we just push and market our purpose opposed to what you see is already working. Like, I feel like a lot of brands, a lot of companies are just mimicking what's already working.
Yeah.
So earlier on you was like, I just send people your page and tell them to go watch your stories. I feel like it's too many people watching me and not enough people investing in themselves.
Engaging.
Like, you can, not even engaging, because I can go all day without no engagement and I'm still hit numbers. But what I'm saying is, and let me tell you why I'm gonna hit numbers. I'm gonna hit numbers because they in my DM. I can't go a day without getting at least 40 DMs. Like, I probably have, the last time I checked, it was 87 unread DMs. So
like
it's
T-Pain, huh? T-Pain didn't read his DMs. He didn't know.
It's not that I don't read it.
Oh, messaging?
Yeah.
You know, I keep up with my social media,
Yeah.
but that's just how frequently it's coming in, and it's just to a point to where people feel like I'm gonna watch this person so closely that I will not have to invest in myself.
Or they don't have an identity. They lose their identity.
It's not really their identity.
It is if they trying to mimic yours.
Free information?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
It's like free information.
Yeah.
So like, I have had to kind of start gatekeeping, you know, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even, like we discussed a few days ago, I have a few of my mentees that went from 1,000 followers to almost 100K followers in less than 45 days, and now they're looking at me like, oh, you didn't do this, I did. Bitch, I know you lying. I know you lying. Because what was you doing before you got into my group?
Nathaniel.
No,
So I know you lying.
your group mentorship is.
How many people popped off when we was in our group? It was 5 of us in the group.
A few went viral.
3 of them went viral.
A few,
in
like,
the first
yeah.
30 days. So I know I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How many? This one.
Huh?
Went viral.
Huh?
How many went viral?
How many of them went viral?
Um,
So we had 5 people in our group. Out of the 5 people in that group, 3 of them went viral.
I seen one go from 4,000 followers to like 64,000 followers, bro. Like I happen to go on her page and it's like, oh shit.
Overnight.
Like,
I'm gonna ask because that was a conversation we was having about how you can give out free game. I can tell you exactly what I did, but the problem is y'all not gonna do it.
Yeah.
People don't wanna put in the work. They just want to see
But
what
you
you
see,
gotta get there.
That's another reason why I think people are hesitant to join my mentorship. My attitude conveys very, very well on my story. So I hold people accountable. Like, I don't care if you paying me to be here or not. I'm doing the service that you paid me for, and right now you bullshitting me. You feel me?
There's a
Bullshit
difference,
my money.
Like, there's a difference. Like, okay, we have a thing when I'm in school, right? When you go, we have an accounting tutor. For accounting is so hard that there's a specific lab for
accounting. Yeah.
So I've literally sat there and watched students come in a roundabout way, ask the tutor, do my homework for me, please.
Yeah.
Do every step for me, please. Not directly like that, but in a roundabout way. Say that.
Pretty
So I was
much.
talking to somebody. I was supposed to be helping them with an assignment. And it wasn't an assignment related to me, but I had already taken the class.
Right.
But the criteria was different because it was a different professor and at a different school. So they gave me the initial information. Halfway through the assignment, I realized that, I need more information to give you what I need to give you in order for you to do the rest. They didn't deliver me the information, so
Right.
guess what? I couldn't finish what I needed to do for them.
Right.
So we had this really intense discussion about assistance is assistance. Assistance isn't me replacing you with the work you're supposed to do. Assistance is exactly what it is, assisting you in what you're doing. And I was going back to what you were saying about people kind of feeling like, oh, you said not contributing to a collab, like pretty much not coming with any value. Like,
Right.
I can't do what I need to do until you do what you need to do and bring value to the situation, and then we can move forward. It doesn't make sense for me to sit there and do everything.
Right.
You're not giving me anything.
Totally.
So
But
what are we
also,
doing?
if we're gonna pivot from me giving you the blueprint to me doing it for you, my price is
The
now
price
5 times
is doubling,
higher.
tripling.
My price is 5 times higher.
Yeah.
Because now you're talking about I need to cut time out of my schedule.
Yeah.
Make
Y'all really
myself
set aside,
available.
yes.
You know, make myself available. Girl, you're rich to
But where's the balance? Because my mom's an educator, and part of the million jobs that she does is she tutors, and she says a lot of the students will try to input a essay that's already been submitted, and she'll have to say, hey, this is plagiarism, you know.
Yeah.
So at what point, what balance? Because I understand we're gonna work smart and not hard, but a lot of folks lazy, and then it's like, well, who gonna do what if we don't have no balance? It's either like,
What do you mean?
like, okay, a lot of people, you say go get a job. A lot of people say $15 an hour is not a lot. I agree with you. But you cannot be lazy and just be like waiting on a check. You can't go rob somebody for their check.
You can't say I don't want $50 an hour. So
And you
I'm
have
not
no
gonna work.
educational qualities.
Not only that, like let's
That
just
doesn't
scale
make
it
sense.
back.
That is okay. So I've been in therapy for about 3 years, pretty consistently, and that is an avoidant behavior. By avoidant behavior, that means you use excuses to avoid the situation at hand.
Absolutely.
There are levels to think. So of course you're going to start out at 15. It doesn't make sense to say you've never even experienced having a job that's $65,000 an hour. So why would you do something for $15 an hour?
Really do
Why
that.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like you
wanna
gotta
know
start.
why?
You gotta crawl
Because-
before you walk.
Because there's social media people telling them that it's possible. There's social media people with the presence that's telling them. I came across some crazy shit last night, right? I came across the viral reel. And this girl was like, I was a sugar baby, and I used that money to start my business. He introduced me to luxury. He introduced me to luxury. He invested in my business. I went from being his sugar baby to now being his investment. Follow me. I'll teach you how. What?
Or
What?
start your own boutique with no inventory. What?
Yeah.
How do you?
You can't listen
Don't.
to
We can't even, why'd you bring that up?
The
They're not even talking about that.
drop shipping
They're not even talking
way.
about that.
The drop shipping wave, absolutely.
The drop shipping wave.
No quality.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's like cloud that is forex.
Yeah.
Like,
We're
come on.
gonna get some questions.
Okay.
Some questions, right? I'm gonna ask these questions. Y'all each should give y'all better. I'll give y'all an answer. All right. So, number one is Prince or Michael Jackson. You start off, Jada.
Michael Jackson. I mean, we grew up in a Michael Jackson household, so.
What you, Katie? And you music too, Katie.
I love Michael Jackson. I'm going with Prince.
Me too.
Yeah.
Prince. Okay. I'm Michael Jackson.
Prince is like a freak. He
No.
was real nasty.
Okay. All right. So, besides roses, what's a flower that somebody would bring you?
Hydrangeas or lilies. But lilies are supposed to be for funerals, I think. Lilies or tulips, one of them is supposed to be for funerals. There's like, rules for each flower, but I like
Right.
hydrangeas. Second, if it's not roses, hydrangeas. All of them.
Okay.
I'm not a flower girl. I'm a succulent type girl. Bring me something gonna last a little bit longer than
You like the green flower.
Yeah.
You like the green flower.
That's what I was about to say. If you're gonna bring me some flowers, just bring me some indica. Because I'm not.
Them two. Sativas, yeah, all them.
I'm really not a flower girl.
All right. Right now, tell me, East, what's in your Amazon cart?
I don't know.
Jay got like 3 things.
Right.
I gotta go check. I don't remember. I cleared it out just recently, but I know I added something else back in there just recently. Oh, I know. I got some like covers, like for like tomato. If you cut it in half, you don't use it all.
Damn,
the cover.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Same.
Let me tell you something about my sister.
They cheaper on Amazon.
Let me tell you something about my sister, right? My sister and my mom argue, and it's so funny. You ever see that meme with the Spider-Man that's pointing at each other?
Yes.
That's them, because that's the same shit that my mom would fucking buy and only use it once.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna use them for sure.
That's what we all say.
Cause I hate when the tomato get crusty.
The little condoms.
Yeah.
So what about you? What's
yeah.
in your Amazon cart, Katie?
I don't purchase on Amazon. I am a wholesale buyer.
Okay.
I do not play that game.
Yeah, Katie gonna
I
buy
want
it.
feel
the
that.
whole
I'm trying to use
lot.
it.
I
It's
want the palette.
I'm trying to transition to that, but I don't find anything that I want in large quantities. I know some wholesalers will let you purchase in smaller quantities, but I just told myself, man, I need to just think about it a month ahead and buy it on Alibaba. Fuck that.
Ooh, child, I be looking at lawnmowers. I don't want 10 lawnmowers. I ain't got no house, but guess what? I can flip them.
Yes.
Everybody need lawnmowers. What did you? Yeah, I like wholesale. I don't do Amazon.
What's in your cart?
In my cart, 2 day beds, for sure. Rugs, skincare holders, because I'm running out of space for my skincare.
Okay.
Oh,
And I have my skincare in like 5 different places.
Yeah,
right
yo,
now.
she's big on skincare. She has how many collabs? You got
Skincare
18?
collab, yeah. I'm probably like in the 25 range
You got a lot.
for skincare collabs.
All right, I got one more question, which is the last
You
one,
got anything
right?
from the ordinary?
No, not the ordinary.
she used to.
I used to, yeah.
Alright,
That
look.
was like a long time ago.
All right, fuck that. We starting our family from scratch. How are we related?
What?
She and my sister.
Okay.
What?
Yes, we starting our family from scratch.
Okay.
How are we related?
Oh wow.
She can still be my wife, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
I just can't see
Nah,
that
we ain't
going
doing
on.
no weirdness.
you
How are we related?
got to name how each of us is related. We
You
starting
my
our
baby
family
daddy
from scratch.
cousin. You know I got a baby daddy.
Baby daddy cousin. Okay.
You did my taxes back in
2016.
2016.
Right,
No,
right,
family.
right,
How
right,
we related?
right, right,
That's
right.
family.
You know my taxes. Come on.
Social security
They
number.
got that
That's it,
social
right?
You know
security.
that motherfucking
It
social.
don't get no more sensitive
Don't
than
make me got
that.
5 accounts with your shit.
You got
Actually,
my check, girl.
family
Give me a
would buy
hug.
accounts with your shit.
Yeah.
And open and get some Wi-Fi and some cable.
Let them know.
She said, "Give me a hug." Not a hug.
All right, we
Stupid.
wrapping up, man. Look, man, I appreciate you, Passhun.
I appreciate you.
Yes, man. Listen, I told this girl be dropping gems. She dropped a whole bunch of gems during this. Her wife, KD, man. Look, KD is that background. She gonna get you
Definitely.
there, man. She's music manager as well, too, man. For real.
And publisher.
And my fault, and publisher. And then we got my baddie bartender right
Yes.
there. My sis, my
With
nigga.
the amazing
my
drinks.
road dog. Yes, yo, drinks was good as hell. Yo, look, I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is 30 minutes of my 30s.
You need that menu too.
You said what? The
Drink
menu?
menu. Come on, you got.
The drink menu?
at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I got you, yo. This shit was busting, yo. So like I said, like on 30 minutes of my 30s, we like to have drinks, we like to have food, we like to make a comfortable environment because we're really talking about what's going on in life, not that bullshit. We're not here berating women, we're not here berating men, we're not talking that bullshit, talking about who's paying what bills. We don't give a fuck about that because every family is different. Like seriously, every family is different. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. we really living life. We're really knocking on gold. We're really changing generations, man. So I appreciate having these black women on the couch with me, because if you know me, you know I'm an advocate for black women, because I'm a mama's boy. I'm a mama's boy. I got 4 sisters, yo. So it's like an honor to be able to speak to these black women, man. Yes, I am. I remember one time, me and Jada was beefing one time, and she gonna text my sister like, that nigga fucking mama's boy. But you're ready. It's 30 minutes of my 30s, man. Check us out, man. I appreciate y'all having us here, man. Listen, food and drinks, man. Tune in. If you want to be a guest, just hit me up, man. All right. Oh.
If you want to be a guest, be about something.
Yeah.
And shout out to True, right?
Yes, the detergent. Shout out to True Detergent. We got it wrong, my fault. But I made a commercial for y'all, so I'm definitely gonna post it.
Yeah.
All right, but I appreciate y'all having y'all be on this couch, man. All right, man.
Maybe next time we can actually go through some real shit. We can dissect some.
You want to dissect some?
Let's dissect the algorithm next time.
I really want to blow up the internet.
Be sure to follow 30 of 30 podcast.
Yep. Oh, that's a good one. The second algorithm. That's a good one. Yeah. All right, man. So appreciate y'all, man. All right.